Being born attractive is sort of like being born white. You have this unearned privilege that can get you access to a lot of things. But just like being white is not enough to be successful, being pretty is not enough to be successful. And just like being black, you can be successful. Not being pretty doesn't stop you from being successful. Hey, welcome to my channel. This is Spirit Soul Sense, information for your soul. I did a video on pretty privilege and I wanted to follow up with another video because I've seen a trend of people saying they don't have pretty privilege, and it kind of sounds like a pity party. It's kind of like if I did a video saying I don't have white privilege and how not being white has stopped me from doing all the things that I've wanted to do in life. No. I do everything that I would like to do, even though I'm black. Being black is not gonna stop me from doing anything that I want to do. So it might not feel relatable because I am conventionally attractive, that I'm saying even if I were not, I'm telling you, I would be able to find a loving partnership. I would be able to start a business. I would have friends. I would have loving relationships with my family members. Like, being pretty is not the be and end all. Like, being white is not the be and end all. There are different things in our life that can help us, but I think because I know enough like non-conventionally attractive people who are living the life of their dreams, are creating whatever they want. So here are 5 things. 5 things you can do if you don't have pretty privilege, because at the end of the day, like my last point, skip down to, I want you to understand that you can do whatever you want. I'm telling you, whatever you want in life, you can have it. Okay, so number one is stop comparing yourself. We live in this age of social media, and I have so many videos on my channel about how I hate social media. I don't really hate anything, but there's a strong dislike for social media. One of the ones I hate the most is Instagram, because it's so visual and often the captions don't match the picture. It's just I don't like it. And then you have Twitter, the cesspool of angry people who have found thousands of people to agree with their anger. I need you to understand social media is a highlight reel. Even if you know people in your real life, you don't know everything about them, and it's not helpful at all to compare yourself to other people. I say, if you're going to compare, because it's hard, if you're going to compare down so you can have a little ego boost. But the goal is to not compare yourself at all to anyone. The only person you should be comparing yourself is to the previous version of you. I'm currently on like Shareece 2.0 and I compare myself even like a month ago. I was just reflecting on how my mindset is even different like a month ago. But if I look at myself 10 years ago, like, whoo, I love her, but we're in a different place now, right? I'm only competing with myself. I want you to understand you are only competing with you. This is mindset work, okay? You are only competing with you. Stop comparing yourself to other people. My number 2 is you need to build and maintain your confidence and your self-esteem. I think if you go into this world and you're not pretty, you may not have the extreme of people bullying you, treating you negatively. You may just have the experience of not being seen. I don't know if one is worse than the other, but not being seen, because we are social beings, can be a big attack on our sense of self, on our identity. Like, who am I if I'm not someone who's getting a lot of attention because this other person is getting a lot of attention? So I'm telling you, stop comparing, because every one of us have our own experiences. Every one of us have our own problems. I have problems. Okay, I like to think of them as challenges, because everything that happens in my life happens for a reason, and it's for my betterment. That's how I think about my problems. But everyone has issues. No one's relationship is perfect, I promise you, because we're all human. Nobody's relationship is perfect. You don't want what they have. What you want is to have a sense of self where you feel secure, where you don't need any external validation from the world. That even if those people don't think you're ish, you know you are thebomb.com, you're all that in a bag of chips, you are somebody's cup of tea. And oh, how I love tea. You're somebody's cup of tea. Like I tell people, I'm not for everybody. Some people watch my channel just to think about how they disagree with me. Some people watch my channel because they resonate with what I'm saying. But I'm not for everybody. And that's okay. That's okay. I might be for a lot of people, and some other person might be for even more, but I'm only focused on me. I'm only concerned with me and making sure that I do the things to build my self-confidence. There are lots of different things you can do to build your self-confidence. You can go on the Googles, interwebs, and ask, how do you build self-confidence? Because I'm not gonna cover all that in this video. But it really starts with loving yourself, accepting exactly who you are right now, even if you want to change some things, loving who you are right now and working on being better. Okay. My number 3 is be a feminine woman if you want a masculine man. If you don't want a masculine man, you can like glaze over this part because you probably don't care about being seen as pretty if you are not interested in men. I'm just thinking. Or masculine, right? Masculine energy. Feminine energy attracts masculine energy. And I don't really like the femininity channels on YouTube because I feel like they want you to perform femininity. Femininity has nothing to do with the exterior. Like I think you can feel my essence of femininity even though you're not like here. And even if I was wearing baggy clothes, I think you'd be able to sense that I am feminine. I'm not. Masculine energy is a lot like controlling, directing, fixing, and you need to get into a space where you allow people to help you, where you allow a man to come in and do what men do. If you're looking for partnership, this is really a point of, if we think about being pretty as a currency, it gives me more access to men, right? But we only need one. You only need one. We're not trying to get all the men. You don't need all the men to like you. You just need one. But even in those relationships, I think what men are very attracted to is the femininity of a woman, the softness, the givingness, the being able to take direction. When I'm manly, I like gender roles sort of kind of. So, that's like my take on it. But if you're masculine, if your exterior features are more masculine, not ugly, right? But maybe more bigger nose or darker skin. Those are things associated with masculine. I'm not calling these women like men. No. But I'm just saying you might have to work a little bit harder. Just like being black, I have to work a little bit harder because I can do anything. But it might take me a little bit longer, might be a little bit harder to do some of these things. You may have to work a little bit more to master being in your feminine energy when you're around guys, because you don't, especially if you haven't been seen, you don't need to be rah rah rah. You don't need to command attention. Like when I walk in a room, well, I'm nothing, not that I'm nothing like this in real life, but I'm an introvert, right? And people can perceive me to be an extrovert when I'm out, especially if I'm hosting or something. But I have like a mystery about me. I'm a very good listener, which means I don't share much about myself when I'm in spaces with people. And so there's this like pull to me because I'm so calm, I'm so serene. But these are like parts of my personality. And it's kind of been in me all the time when I've been growing up. So if you're looking for a masculine man, I would say try to master your femininity. But if femininity doesn't come natural to you, I would say be your whole self. Like focus more on being your whole self, because there is someone, I promise you, if you are looking for partnership, there's somebody who you will do it for. There is somebody who you will do it for, okay? So 4 is take pride in your outer appearance. I think for folks who maybe don't have it going on in the face area, right? So when I put on a nice dress, heels, makeup, I mean, get all the things. But if you are not, there's a certain look however you want to look, right? but we're looking for like manicured hands, not manicured, but like not dirty, right? That's what I mean. Because I do not go to the beauty shop. I'm like not high maintenance, okay? I don't go to get my nails done all the time. I do my eyebrows myself, that kind of thing. I don't do lash. I don't do all those things. But there's a way for you to look clean, put together, your best self, like you've put some effort into what you're wearing, that you're wearing clothes that fit properly, that you have some sense of style, that you care about how you're presenting yourself to the world. Because the confidence that you've worked on is going to be transmitted in like how you look, right? How you walk into a room. You need to be up, like your head, like making eye contact with people. Like you have to carry yourself in a way that you feel on the inside, because otherwise it can be like confusing to people, and then it's less about pretty, right? Because pretty people can also have low confidence and dress in a certain way that their energy just doesn't attract people. So that's what I say, pretty is not everything, okay? So you're gonna need to work on the inside, work on the outside. And then my last point, which I talked about before, number 5, abundance mindset. If you've never done any abundance mindset work, you're welcome. Welcome to my channel. It's really, I was listening to Eckhart Tolle. I've been like binge watching Eckhart Tolle this week because I'm manifesting some things in my life at the moment. And he was talking about Jesus, because Jesus is the homie. I love Jesus. Jesus is the homie. But he was talking about Jesus explaining abundance to people, explaining abundance and manifesting what it is that you want. And it's say a prayer and believe that you have the thing already. Not believe you're going to get the thing. But like I'm working on visualization work right now in my life to get what it is that I know I already have. You have to believe in your mind, because everything starts with your mind. Spirit, soul, sunshine, right? It starts with your thoughts. And I'm not the person who likes to oversimplify or make it sound like real magical, but I believe in manifestation, and I have done the work of working on the thoughts that are in my mind, on working on peace, minding the gap, as Eckhart Tolle says, to stop the thinking, like all the thoughts, all the negative thoughts, to come to this place of but my point is, you can have anything you want. You can have as much of it as you want, right? Like, we're not talking about things that hurt people. We're talking about you wanting to live your best life, you wanting to experience as much joy and peace as possible, because you're worth it, because you're worthy, whatever it is that you want. So it's really a mindset. And one of the best ways, I think, is starting with affirmations. And some people get uncomfortable with affirmations. I would strongly suggest, if you've never done affirmations before, you look in the mirror while you're saying them, and really work on believing it. Even if you don't believe it, the more you say it, the more you're reprogramming your mind, because we all live in this society where the programming is real, where the people, the powers, they want things to stay a certain way. And it's your job to unplug from the matrix and realize that you can have anything that you want. I often describe society as what we see a lot in the media is the thought process of a middle-aged white man. There's nothing wrong with his thought process, but it's kind of dominating everything. Your thought process is just as valuable. The things that you love and like about this life are just as valuable. You need to seek those things out. Right? So going back to like social media, do a social media purge. You are only looking at things that represent what it is you want. You're not listening, absorbing messages that say you can't, you won't, you don't deserve. No, you're only following people and things that reflect the life you know is yours. You know is yours. Okay? So you don't have to be pretty. That's my point. You don't have to be white to be successful in the People's America either. Newsflash. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, Share this video with someone you think it may help, and thank you for watching.